Hey guys, welcome to this airport update. This is Greenwich, Connecticut, New York City International Airport. It's 1/400 scale model and it's based near Greenwich, Connecticut, which is on the border between Connecticut and New York State, and therefore it's used as a bit of a low cost and an alternative to the 3 New York airports. And this is the update for today, which is May 2016. Got a bit of a few things to talk about at the end, and a couple of things that I want to improve and that on the airport before my next update. So, where we're starting now is we've got an ATR 72-500 Delta Connection old livery, and that is awaiting its departure to Boston Logan. Next to that we have a Delta Airlines 737-900ER Spirit of Seattle, and that will be going off to SeaTac shortly. As you can see, today's airport is rather busy, and over here we have a United Airlines 737-800, and that's just pulling out on its stand, and that will be off today on a trip down south to Orlando. And over there in the distance we have a Saab 340B for Delta Airlines, and that is off to Rochester, New York. I'm going to zoom back out, and we're going to look at the main terminal next before we look towards the end. So on the first terminal stand we have an Embraer 170 American Eagle, and that is waiting for the American 757 to pull in. That will be waiting for connecting passengers and flying off to Reagan in Washington. Pulling in here we have an American 757-200 in the new livery, and that is arriving from Birmingham, UK, and that will be flying out to Manchester, UK this evening on a red-eye flight. We're hoping to get another American, either 757-200 or 767-300, to fly some transatlantic routes from this airport. That will make the Birmingham flight 7 times weekly and the Manchester 7 times weekly. It is likely that the Birmingham flight will remain the 757-200, and that will go up from its 3 weekly status. Manchester is currently 4 weekly. On the next stand we have an American A321 Intercontinental, and that will be going to LAX, awaiting passengers to transfer from the American 757. Of course, because passengers have got to go through immigration first. This airport uses a lot of a hub basis for transatlantic flights and US continental flights. Over here, on the first of the wide-body stands, we have a Virgin Atlantic 787-900 Dream Girl, and that is off to London Heathrow. It just came in from Heathrow, having a bit of a turnaround before flying back out. This route is operated 7 weekly, and at the stand at the moment we are currently awaiting a new dual bridge jetway. Next to that, you can't probably see that well, but we have an Emirates 777-300ER, and that will be awaiting its morning departure to Dubai. We're hoping that this route will go twice daily. However, it is a possibility, as well as this gate has been A380 tested, that will be A380 as soon as the dual jet bridge gets put in place. So over here we have an Virgin Atlantic A330-300. Is it 300? Might be 200, can't remember. And that has flew in from London Gatwick, and that will be departing off to London Gatwick this evening. Behind that we have Southwest Airlines old livery 737-300 Arizona 1, and that will be flying off to Washington, Baltimore, and then onwards to Chicago O'Hare from Baltimore. Behind that we have a JetBlue A320 on the jet bridge furthest, and that is flying off to Fort Lauderdale this afternoon. And across to the second lot of stands, and I'm going to work back forward. So furthest back, let me just get the camera to focus. We have a Caribbean airline, Air Jamaica, operated of course by Caribbean Airlines 737-800, and that will be flying back to Kingston, Jamaica. Next to that you can't see very well, but we have a Virgin Atlantic A319 that will be transferring to San Francisco this afternoon on an intercontinental flight. Of course, that may mean that Alaska Airlines will start flying to the airport as well, just due to the recent merger. Over here we have an unusual sighting. One of the two unusual sightings today is a Qatar Airways A340-200, and that is operating on behalf of Qatar Amari Flight. That's came in from Doha, and that will be going off to Mexico City next. One of the sheikhs has decided to go shopping in New York, and therefore it's flew in. That's on lease at the moment. Next off we have a Delta 737-700, and that is flying off to Atlanta. It's just taxiing towards the runway now. And in the far distance we have another unusual aircraft. That is an Air 2000 757-200 operating on behalf of Sunwing, and that will be flying off to Toronto on part of a charter tour. So there we are. There's the airport update for May 2015, 2016 even. As you can see, I'm currently on the dining room table at the moment because I've got nowhere else really to go, and that's because I've been working on some stuff to do with my model airport. I'm looking at buying 2 new dual jet bridges for the international terminal. We're looking also at having a new terminal just over there and some new car parks possibly in the distance to replace the old 2 buildings that were originally there. The terminal is currently being constructed again, but I haven't managed to get much work, and that will be painted hopefully by next time that I do an airport update. What else I've got to talk about is that I am off to Berlin in the summer, as well as Malaga. When I'm in Berlin especially, I will be looking at 1 or 2 model shops and looking for some new aircraft. Some airlines that I'm thinking about getting more of are probably Southwest and American. That's because I tend to now fly American Airlines a bit more. I'm still looking into getting a possible 757 for Aer Lingus that I would like to get one day. Currently they don't do them. I've looked at the new Iceland 757-200 that's been released. I can't say it, but the one that's basically of the Northern Lights, because that flew into Birmingham rather recently. This airport slightly resembles East Midlands, but with jet bridges. But it's supposed to be an American airport, so And that's basically because I started buying American planes before I started buying European ones. But my European ones tend to be suitable for transatlantic flights. Other airlines I'm considering getting are a couple more United planes. I would love to get a Emirates A380 at one point, just to operate some routes. But that would probably be it, really. I don't think I'll be able to afford much more at the moment. I don't know what's going to happen to the airport soon, because I'm hopefully off to uni this year as well. I'd like to buy a couple of aircraft and do a mini diorama. I'm possibly going to take this part of the board to university, and you can see the mound there that actually comes off, and I could do a small terminal there and do a couple of planes, and that's why I've built that. I want to get a couple of cargo airlines in as well, and that's what the stands are for over there, more than like outstands for jets. But I can't really expand the airport much because of the lack of gates, but I'd like to put quite a few airlines onto just this small airport because I think it'd be quite effective. And anyway, oh, it is a 300. I've just looked at the box. So, if you've got any questions, if you want to leave them down below. I'm hoping to get a couple of unboxings done at one point if I get any more aircraft, which I would like to buy a couple. And I'll try and get some more videos on, maybe from Berlin and that, in the next couple of weeks. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you give it a like at the bottom, you may want to subscribe to see some more aircraft stuff. I do unboxings and I discuss my ratings for aircraft. Get the terminal done. I might do a video on how I built the terminal at one point, and a couple of other things. Thank you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.